Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. My name is Bart Charles Begley, or BC Begley. It is Thursday, February the 9th, 2023, and here are today's news headlines. Anger grows in Turkey as earthquake death toll passes 20,000 and rescue hopes start to dwindle. As the temperatures plunged, anger started to rise in Turkey over the government's response to two massive earthquakes this week. On Thursday, the number of those killed by the tremors in Turkey and neighboring Syria surpassed 20,000 people. Russia is massing 1,800 tanks, 700 aircrafts, and 500,000 men for a new Ukraine assault in 10 days. Russia has hundreds of thousands of soldiers, thousands of tanks, and hundreds of warplanes preparing for a new assault, Ukraine has warned. Russian President Vladimir Putin is believed to be preparing for a massive new offensive in the coming weeks to coincide with the first anniversary of the war back last year on February the 24th. Ukraine's rocket campaign is reliant on U.S. precision targeting, officials say. Ukrainian officials say they require coordinates provided or confirmed by the United States and its allies for the vast majority of strikes using its advanced U.S.-provided rocket systems, a previously undisclosed practice that reveals a deeper and more operationally active role for the Pentagon in the war. SpaceX limits Ukraine's military's use of the Starlink satellite business. SpaceX has now taken steps to limit Ukraine's use of the company's satellite internet connections for military purposes, a top executive at the Elon Musk-founded company said on Wednesday. Representative Angie Craig has been assaulted in a Washington, D.C. apartment building. Representative Angie Craig, a Democrat from Minnesota, was assaulted Thursday morning in her Washington, D.C. apartment building, her office said. The attack does not appear politically motivated, her chief of staff, Nick Coe, added. A second New Jersey council member is shot dead inside a car. For the second time in about a week, a New Jersey council member was found shot to death inside a car. Milford Borough Councilman Russell Heller, 51 years old, was in the parking lot of a PSE&G Energy Company facility in Somerset County when a former employee approached his car and shot him, a statement from the Somerset County Prosecutor's Office said. The White House is dismissing claims that the United States caused the Nord Stream pipeline explosions. The White House has dismissed allegations that the United States was behind the explosions of the Nord Stream gas pipeline, claiming reports to be utterly false. The allegations were published by investigative journalist Seymour Hersh, who said the blast, which took place last September, were carried out on orders that were given by U.S. President Joe Biden. Angry senators grill Pentagon officials over the Chinese spy balloon response. The United States Senate held its first public hearing on the Chinese spy balloon on Thursday, at which visibly angry lawmakers grilled four Defense Department officials about when the military learned of the balloon and why they waited a week to shoot it down. The House weaponization hearing to take aim at the Justice Department. The House Special Subcommittee probing the federal government's weaponization will hold its first hearing on Thursday with testimony from two Republican senators and a focus on the Justice Department and alleged bias against conservatives. Republicans grill ex-Twitter executives over handling of the Hunter Biden laptop story. United States lawmakers held a combative hearing on Wednesday with former senior staffers at Twitter over the social media platform's handling of reporting on Joe Biden's son Hunter Biden's laptop. A shipwreck of 500-year-old floating castle found to contain a thrilling haul. The 500-year-old shipwreck of a medieval European king's personal floating castle has been found to contain a thrilling haul of exceptionally well-preserved plant materials, including exotic spices originating from the far-flung corners of the world. The Hubble Space Telescope reveals a stunning star cluster. Open clusters like NGC 376 are beautiful and scientifically valuable objects. This particular loose gathering of stars is located outside our own Milky Way in a dwarf galaxy called the Small Magellanic Cloud. North Korea displays enough missiles to defeat U.S. nuclear defenses, according to a report. North Korea's military displayed enough intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs, to defeat America's air defenses on the West Coast. This is according to satellite images of a martial parade that took place on Wednesday. Italy bristles over Zelensky's dinner snub in Paris. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni criticized France and Germany on Thursday after she was not invited to a dinner in Paris with the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, adding to friction between the European Union allies. Ex-swimmer demands transgender locker rooms after Leah Thomas allegedly exposed male genitalia. Riley Gaines, who is an All-American swimmer, is speaking out against the NCAA after she says her and her fellow competitors were made to share a locker room with transgender swimmer Leah Thomas and were exposed to, quote, male genitalia. Okay, everybody, those were your headlines for today. Don't forget all of the links to the articles I've covered in this video. I will put in the description of the video down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, you can leave a comment down below. And if you want more news, you can visit my website over at bcbegley.com. And I will see you guys for more news headlines tomorrow.